Right. Well, everybody, I'm super excited for you to hear my amazing friend tonight, National Sales Director Cindy Leone, who's going to be retiring soon. But she and I have known each other. I feel like we went to high school or something together, just about. We came into America when we were in our 20s, and now we're exiting out in our 60s. But Cindy is from Columbus, New Jersey, originally. After 1 year in business, she earned her very first Mary Kay car, and then a few months later promoted herself to become a Mary Kay sales director. Prior to Mary Kay, because we all had a prior to Mary Kay, Cindy was a dental and orthodontic assistant for 9 years. That means I think she had her hands in people's mouths. I don't know if I could do that. She's married to Tony, who is amazing. They have two adult children, Anthony and Miranda, who I've seen since little kids running around the seminar. As newborn babies, came home from the hospital in the beautiful pink Cadillac. She's earned 19 cars. 16 of them have been pink Cadillacs. And she's also driving an a pink Escalade currently. She and Tony have won trips all over the world thanks to Mary Kay. She's moved a couple times. I never know where she is, but hey, it's okay. And she was featured in the Miracles Happen video from Mary Kay. Her highest check in combined 1 month has been almost $27,000 in 1 month. And she has earned in excess of $4 million in her Mary Kay career. Cindy is very honored to be a legacy leader from the Susie Vickers and Emily McLaughlin National Area. Her passion is to preserve and protect the Mary Kay heritage and culture and to bring the best out in other women through Mary Kay. And I know guests who are on here tonight, you're going to love her story. You know, I always said if my story is not your story, there is a story. And trust me, if you have a story, you don't think there's somebody, Mary Kay, somebody has your story. So take it away, Cindy. I'll turn it over to you.
Oh, thank you, my friend. Well, Janice is just the most amazing person. I feel very honored and privileged to be friends with her for so many years, almost 38 years we have been together in Mary Kay. It's so hard to believe. So, we all have a story, as Janice said, and maybe you relate to her story, my story, or someone else. But what I hope and pray is that I say something today for the guest on here, or even the consultants or directors, that just makes you think about life and about dreams. So let me take you back almost 40 years ago. Yes, can you believe it? Yeah. Well, I don't look that old, do I? But back then we could start Mary Kay when we were 5 years old. Yeah, really, seriously. Okay. So I was invited to attend a Mary Kay party. Now I know there's some guests on here. Maybe you've never tried Mary Kay. Maybe you went to a party, maybe not. I did not want to go to that party. So maybe you can relate to me. I didn't want to go because I told my mother that Mary Kay people are pushy. Like I was the worst. Yes, don't go, mom. They're going to try to make you buy that skincare, the whole set. I would say to her, she goes, oh, don't worry about it. Just come. You don't have to buy anything. There's going to be food. See, we're Italian and we like to eat. You're going to laugh, but that's the reason why I went to that party. So I went with the intention not to purchase anything and to eat and run. But little did I know that God had a special plan for my life, because at that party, I did listen, I did participate, and Renee began, who is the Mary Kay director, to share her story. She shared how she earned a Mary Kay pink car. She was going to win a trip to Hong Kong. She earned a diamond ring. Very skeptical. I thought there's no way by selling lipstick that you're going to receive these kind of things. So when she went to the bathroom, what do you think we all did? We went to the window and looked, and there was a Mary Kay pink car. So I still thought, okay, well, that's great. That's great for her, but not for me. I did purchase a $4.50 big time spender eyeshadow. That's what I spent at that Mary Kay party. So I was not your consultant. I mean, your customer who purchased a lot, but she saw something in me. She saw something in me. What at that point, I don't know what, because all we said to her is, when is this party going to be over? When is this going to be over? We want to go home. We want to watch Dynasty. Now I'm really dating myself. Do you remember that show? We were her worst party, I think, that she ever had. But never underestimate who's sitting at the Mary Kay party. So at the end, she said to me, do you think that you would want to do what I do? And I said, sell Mary Kay? No way. No way. Because I envision, what does that really look like? Are you going to go door knocking? Is it little white-haired ladies that wear red lipstick? Like, I had really no idea what the Mary Kay company was really all about, the culture, who Mary Kay Ash was. But she did ask me the $1 million question at the end. Now, we were newly married for 6 months. There was always more month than money. Can anyone relate? And she said, do you need to make extra money? Well, she must have saw my eyes light up. And she said, and at the time, we were obviously living paycheck to paycheck. She says, well, tonight we make half of what we sell. So tonight I get to take home $150. And my eyes got so big, and I thought, wow, that's really great I thought for 2 hours of work. And she said, well, if I could teach you everything I know, are you willing to learn? Are you trainable, teachable, and coachable? Are you trainable, teachable, and coachable? And that was really what did it for me, because she asked, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? And so I know at this point still the guests are like, okay, all right, well, I can't relate to that. I can't relate to this. Let me move on. Let me move on, because my start was not great. I have to tell you. My mom said after I went into the other room, she told me that she wasn't going to have a Mary Kay party for me. My husband Tony reminded me of another direct selling company that we used to be in years ago and how much money we had lost. Of course, he reminded me of that. And at the time, my best friend Debbie said she wouldn't have a party. Now, how many of you would quit by then or say, oh, well, it's not for me? Well, I decided to show up, because those who show up go up. So I showed up to the Mary Kay training that they were having, because what's awesome is that I didn't know anything about sales. I never sold a thing in my life. I didn't hardly wear makeup. And so this amazing company is going to train and teach you. Mary Kay has a saying, help enough other people get what they want and you'll get what you want. And I didn't understand it. I also didn't understand that you're not successful when you get into Mary Kay. It's when Mary Kay gets inside of you. So I went to this Mary Kay event, and at first I thought, oh my goodness, I'm here to give you hope. Everyone who's listening to this, I thought it was a cult, because they were happy, they were hugging each other, they were like being nice to each other. You see, I came from an industry as a dental assistant where there was maybe 20 of us, and it was who could stab who in the back. Nobody wanted to help you get ahead. Who made more money? Who did this to get you in trouble? Like, I don't know. It was just a different type of culture that's why I thought it was a cult. Plus now they're singing, and they're singing this Mary Kay enthusiasm song. And I just thought, oh my gosh, where is the exit signs? I've got to get out now. But I stayed, and I saw winners. I saw achievers, other women who were earning cars, who were winning prizes, and they were happy. They were joyful. They had a passion about this that I still didn't understand. So it kept me curious, that I kept going back. I kept going back. And again, I'm going to say that you're not successful when you're in Mary Kay. It's when Mary Kay gets inside of you. And that's what happened. And I began to learn about the culture of Mary Kay. Do unto others as you want done unto you. The motto of Mary Kay: put God first, family second, career third, and help other people be successful. A culture that I was not accustomed to. And so the other thing that Mary Kay would always say is P&L does not stand for profit and loss, but it stands for people and love. And you love people to success. And that's what I really fell in love with. The money and everything else just came because when you work the business. Now, my goal, I have to tell you, was only to make $50 a week. I was not a overnight success. I have to tell you, $50 a week excited me, because an extra $200 a month, they say, could be the difference of some people keeping their home. An extra $200 a month. So for that inspired me to make $50 a week. That was my goal, and I worked slowly. And then it went from $50, and then it went to $100, and then $200, and then guess what happened? Within 9 months, I was making more in Mary Kay than my job of 9 years. Yes, in 9 months. Me, little old me, skeptical, not believing, never wore makeup, never sold a thing in my life. This is why I believe that anyone can work this business and be successful, but you have to know what you want. My dream and vision was, well, what if this worked? I didn't know if it was going to work, but you're not going to know unless you try. And what if it worked? What if this could be a business? What if one day this could be my business. And when we're ready to start a family, and maybe you don't have a family yet, or maybe you already have a family, it doesn't matter where you are, but what is your dream? So I started to envision what would it look like if I could be a stay-at-home mom, if I could be a mommy CEO and be able to be at home and work around my family. And that's eventually what happened, that in 9 months, I was making more in Mary Kay than my job. And I decided, I call a job a journey of the broke because a job dictates the home you live in, the vacations you take, the car you drive, and sometimes it dictates your attitude because of the conditions of the work environment. And so let me tell you, Janice shared with you, about the trips that we've been almost all over the world. I used to watch the show, The Rich and Famous with Robin Leach. And I used to see these places and castles that people would go to. And I would think, wow, who are these rich people and who gets to go to these places? Let me tell you, her and I are those people now in Mary Kay. We have traveled the world: Hawaii, London, Ireland, Germany, Austria, Paris, Milan, Spain, Greece, Venice, Switzerland, Alaska, Scotland, the French Riviera, and the list goes on. Places that we would never, ever, ever on our incomes be able to go to. First class trips, and they pay for everything and they give you spending money. The places we go, the people we meet, the diamond rings, the trips. But what I can tell you, what I value the most is the person I've become in the process and the friendships. The friendships, like people like Janice that I consider to be a sister. And that's what I love about Mary Kay. You see, you can't choose your relatives, but you can choose who you associate with in Mary Kay, people that help you to be better as a person. And so, was my husband supportive? No, I'm not going to tell you he was supportive in the beginning. I'll tell you when he did get supportive, when I earned my first car in Mary Kay after a year and a half. Yep, he said, "You're not going to get a car. People just don't give you a car. Those things don't happen." And so I decided that I was going to show him. And so, who are you going to show? I used that as my reason to be successful and went on to earn my first car after a year and a half in Mary Kay. And so you see the things in Mary Kay that you achieve, whether it be, what are you looking for? To me, it's the fun, the freedom, the flexibility, the friends, the culture, um, being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I want to read to you our manifesto with Mary Kay. Tell me if this touches your heart. We are a brand with a purpose, built by a woman, Mary Kay Ash, for women. Opportunity is what we create, beauty is what we sell, and hope is what we give back. We believe in the empowerment of women. Everything we do is with a desire to help them feel beautiful inside and out and create a personal relationship like no other brand can. This is our company, our founder, Mary Kay Ash. Mary Kay Ash, more than 60 years ago, had a dream to empower and enrich the lives of women around the world and started with 9 friends in a little town of Texas and never thinking she could get out of Texas. And today, what, we're in 36 countries. She believed in the empowerment and enriching women's lives, not how rich she could be, not how much money, about changing lives. My life has been changed, Janice's life has been changed, and countless others' lives have been changed. The memories that we have built in Mary Kay are just priceless, priceless. The trips I shared, the vacations, the homes we've been able to purchase because of Mary Kay, the money, the diamonds, again, the memories. One of my favorite memories is Mary Kay took us to Italy a few years ago, and we have an Italian descent, as I shared. And so we flew our adult children into Italy, and then we toured some other parts of Italy, and it was just the best. But I believe it was because of Mary Kay that it gave us that opportunity to dream and to do things like that. So many people die with their dreams still in a box, still in a box. And I encourage you, no matter who you are on this Zoom, no matter who you are, no matter your background, your age, your color, your creed, no matter who you are, to just take the lid off the box and let that dream out again, because dreams truly do come true in Mary Kay. It's only a $35 decision. A $35 decision that Janice will talk more about. You can go to the Dollar Tree and Chick-fil-A and spend $35. Does it change your life? This can change your life. If we can do it, then you can too. And I just want to thank you for coming on here, because the person who invited you sees something in you, sees something special, that they would love to have you as a part of their dynamic team. So if you will just consider and look at your options, and do you have a plan B? Because this is the best plan B that you can ever have. So thank you for allowing me to share my crazy story. Thank you for allowing me to share how Mary Kay has changed my life and many others. And I just hope and pray that you heard something that will allow you to make a difference that can change the direction of your life. So
Oh my
thank you.
gosh, Cindy. You're amazing. Girl, that was so great. I love your story, and to think that we've grown up together. And I hope that for those of you, like Cindy said, thank you for honoring your consultant by being on here tonight. And probably they're all been invited 20 million times like you and I were to things also too. So we get that. So thank you, Cindy. Let's give it up for Cindy before we close out our evening tonight. Thank you, Cindy. We so appreciate you.